Snatch back your brain, zombie. Snatch it back and hold it.
What's going on, Low-Techs? It's me, Mystery, back with another video. It's actually an updated video, or a part 2, however you want to call it, to the iGenius video that I did back in December, which a lot of likes, over 1,000 likes, over 50 likes, or actually I should say over 1,000 views and over 50 likes, which I greatly appreciate that. So if you like that, you're going to like this one. Now, this is going to be a much shorter video just because it's more of an update, like I said. If you do not know, the SEC recently subpoenaed iGenius in regards to their practices and how their company works, again, like they did with wealth generators back, a few years back before they rebranded to Kuvera and had security fraud, and then rebranded again to iGenius in 2021. So they essentially are claiming that iGenius is utilizing an AI bot, again, to do the work that they're doing when it comes to their trading and stuff like that. So, yeah. And if you're not familiar with the SEC, that is the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. They are people that you don't really want to be on the bad side if you're a business, because they investigate fraud, they dish out penalties and stuff like that. They enforce federal security laws and stuff like that. They regulate the securities market. Like, they are the ones who make sure everybody plays by the rules. Now, I do that because we all know the millionaires and billionaires or the hedge funds and stuff like that to get off with the fine. I mean, look, Kuvera Global, or not Kuvera Global, but Wealth Generators had a $125,000 fine when they got caught using AI bots without being financial advisors, and it's likely that's what's going to happen again here. Though they may be a little harsher on them this time because they should have learned their lesson. But for context, Savannah Marie recently did a video, which I'll have linked in the description below, about how she snuck into the Zoom meeting for the iGenius new compliance, where she got to see Chad Chaddington, who's the CEO. Now, that's not his name. His name is Chad, but not Chaddington. Is the CEO of iGenius, and he's going over some compliance stuff. There's also some questions and answers towards the end that get kind of crazy with some stuff that was like racial that shouldn't have been said in various training videos and stuff by various team members. So it's definitely worth. It's a long video, don't get me wrong, but at least if you can make it through the first hour and a half, finish it up, because the last 20 to 30 minutes is where it gets really crazy. But anyway, the reason that iGenius is going underneath all these things is because they recently acquired WFAB, which stands for Work From Anywhere Boss Builders, right? So that is a group that was a high profit earning group from Monat that basically got sniped. They got headhunted from Monat by iGenius and Chaddington, and got moved over, and now they push the product of iGenius. They push the $14.99 buy-in, $174 monthly service fee, access for all the things. Like, that's what they push, and they were known for making bogus claims when they were working for Monat, and they were getting in trouble for that. Now they brought that same energy, that same falsification of stuff, and brought it over to iGenius. That, coupled with the AI bot that they use, which we'll get into that here a little bit later, made them a target. You can't make income claims. You can't you can't say things like retire in your 20s by doing this product, make 6 figures this, or 7 figures that, or a 6-figure income per year and stuff like that. You can't make income claims with these. It's in the policies and procedures, as well as it's in the article from the FTC that we read about what is an MLM and what is a pyramid scheme, that you can't do that. So they had to get on and bust some people doing that. They called out people specifically, not by name, but they called out what was said. And then they gave examples of what you should read or how you should say it correctly. So yeah, go check that out. A lot of interesting stuff on there. But let's get into another thing that we got for regarding iGenius and regarding the subpoena and everything, is another article from Behind MLM, which Behind MLM is turning out to be quite an amazing little resource here. So let's jump over and we'll go over that because it is kind of paramount to what is actually the AI, which we're going to go into. And they are definitely still using it. It's part of their program. So we'll do that. So right here, InvestView lies about iGenius trading bot in new compliance docs. Following on from the SEC subpoena, InvestView for information on their iGenius opportunity, the company has come out with new compliance documentation. There is, of course, no reference to iGenius passive returns trading bot. In fact, iGenius flat out lies about the offering altogether. So they flat out lie about it, right? It's insane. And they turn around and make these ridiculous claims that they don't use it. They don't use it. But what did they say specifically regarding that? The following is taken from iGenius's new compliance documentation verbatim. Now, they do have on here the screenshot, so in case the compliance text disappears from iGenius website, so we're going to go ahead and click that to see this particular thing. It says, the company does not offer automated trade technology. In the past, we offered automated trade technology as a convenience for FOREX users. The Commodities and Futures Trade Commission, or CFTC, reviewed our automated technology and determined that it required a commodity trading advisor, which is a financial advisor, somebody who's registered with the NFA or National Futures Association. It's what you have to have a licensing with if you want to be a financial advisor or work as a financial planner or advisor, legally, and are allowed to give advice. Let's see. Since we are committed to providing education and not advice, we entered a settlement on the findings from the CFTC and discovered the use of an automated trade service. Now, I like how they're playing the victim, like, we discovered it. We know automated tools are still available in the marketplace as described below, but we also know promotion or use of the automation requires registration and licensing. We do not provide these services, and we caution our customers about these types of automated tools. Cool. All right. It's kind of a nice CYA, which example of automated trading, a company or an individual trader issues a trade signal. A person pays a company/trader for their signals. The individual then attaches their MT4 enabled FOREX account to the provider of your trade signal. Even though the customer attaches their accounts themselves and the provider of the signal does not review, monitor, or manage the client account, the signal itself is deemed as advice. So right there, it's obvious you have to be a financial advisor to do it, but they were giving people access to do it that were not financial advisors, so they themselves are not financial advisors. So that right there is how it is. So there's a little bit of information, like you can tell the editor or the journalist is adding their own little sass in there. Let's see, just kind of a recap here. It says the CFTC enforcement action pertains to wealth generators. It happened in 2018. The CFTC found wealth generators was illegally offering access to an automated ROI trading bot or return on investment. Wealth generators settled the CFTC fraud charges for $150,000. Now, $150,000 is a lot to like you and me, right? But to companies like this, that's nothing, especially considering what the fee they need to have to access the actual AI bot, which we'll go into later. There should be an extra zero on that. Make it 1,500,000, or swap that 5 and the 1 and add an extra 0. Make it hurt the company more, because what's the real loss? 150,000. Shortly after InvestView rebranded as Kuvera Global was rebranded to iGenius in early 2021. For the sake of simplicity, we'll ignore the securities fraud that took place under Kuvera Global. Yeah, look that up. That's pretty crazy. In fact, maybe we'll do another little small video on that. Today, we visit iGenius' website to see CryptoElite bundled with the most expensive $14.99 and then the $1,774.99 monthly Elite membership. So you remember this, right? This is the thing that we saw before. Now you remember Endow Access is their coin that they hawk. But this is what it pays attention to right here, which is CryptoElite powered by endotech. So endotech, and well, let's read this a little bit here and then we'll get into endotech. So what is CryptoElite? In iGenius's own words, it's an AI crypto trading software. Members with access to CryptoElite who choose to become clients of endotech gain access to endotech's AI crypto trading software. But they don't have AI trading software, right? That's what they just made the claim to the SEC. So upon that claim and seeing this, you're like, wait a minute, you say one thing, but you're doing something else. All right. Yeah. Seriously, though, seriously, that's the pitch. CryptoElite is an automated trading bot, the exact thing iGenius claims it doesn't provide. It says, since we are committed to providing education and advice, we entered into a settlement on the CFTC and discontinued the use of automated trade services. The company does not provide automated trade services or tools. Now, this is part of the problem, right? These are videos that are part of the claim issue, right? So let's go ahead and pop this up, make it bigger. Right top when there, iGenius endotech bots going all in with 10,000. Says time to finish the setup of iGenius endotech with over 10,000 divided into 6 strategies. Subscribe to the channel, right? And I like how they leave stuff in there. So if you're curious, I guess the biggest platform of the year, it says iGenius registration endotech Binance setup. Binance is like your wallet. And the reason that's important is because when you have to have Binance in order to do endotech, or you have to have Binance or Coinbase, you have to have some sort of wallet you got to link your account to. iGenius August results. iGenius endotech Binance bots August update results and changes. Says time for another update and huge changes to the Binance. So this person's keep it in there. This guy's saying multiple 5 figures, profit in 10 days with endotech. Join and they keep the blank on there, right? How I made huge profits in 10 days passively with iGenius and endotech and Rollat, and it's blank, right? You can't do that. You can't make claims. If you are a business owner within iGenius or even a member, you can't make claims like this. Technically, you can't even really say it to your friends. Like, you can't be like, yo, you need to do this because of this, this, and this, because it could be considered, illegal. So this is kind of what is prompting the SEC stuff, like this stuff here, plus all the stuff on Instagram from WFAB and things like that. But what is endotech? What is this AI trading bot? So endotech is very interesting. So right here we're at endotech. Let's go back to the main page. Actionable intelligence for fintech. Okay, so let's get to some information here. Portfolio pricing, about. Endotech, founded in 2012, market-proven artificial intelligence and machine learning is the first cohesive and actionable set of crypto AI/ML technologies to service the blockchain investment market. Endotech solutions are designed to scale with the increasing size of different crypto assets available for trading. As the number of coins continues to grow, so will our ability to filter the noise of market activity and provide valuable data on all developments. So basically what this is it runs the numbers and does all the computations and runs different strategies and stuff to find out how to minimize your loss, right? Because if you've traded in, especially now after, the big bubble bust that just happened with cryptocurrency and stuff like that, that you don't always win with that. In fact, you lose a lot. So they're trying to make a better system in order to do that, which is fine, right? Like that's their right. So yeah, this is endotech.io if you're curious about it. Let's go ahead and go to, let's see how it works. Let's see. Pricing. So endotech utilizes Daisy. Daisy is the AI that runs the numbers. And there's an interview here with Dr. Anna, and it's about 30 minutes, I believe. I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So it's about 30 minutes on that, right? And what's good about that video is it really tells you what it is, how it was designed, and what it's for. You also see how people are getting past the $125,000 licensing requirement because they hooked up with crowdfunding to allow people to access this whole thing and basically get a large license for $100. So yes, even right here it says institutional licenses gives you access to the finest, most powerful delivery currently available within global cryptocurrency markets. Opportunity to connect to up to 10 million of our successfully performing trading strategies. To activate a license, you pay an entry fee up front, which is $125,000. Once payment is accepted, you will be guided by our senior staff to choose and connect strategies. So what they don't say here, which is on another thing, is that you have to have a 10 million or at least $1 million capital behind your $125,000 licensing fee in order to get in there, unless you do the brain just stopped on me. Unless you do the crowdfunding aspect of it. So let's go ahead and go to market analysis here. It's crazy stuff. So this is the AI that iGenius claims they don't use anymore, but they do because it's CryptoElite powered by endotech. Endotech is Daisy, and Daisy is the AI that's used for this. So endotech bridges that gap between Daisy and iGenius and other companies that utilize it. So when they say they don't use it, they are lying to your face. I'll make that statement. I mean, obviously it's going to be up to the SEC to determine whether or not, they're violating anything on there. But yeah, interesting stuff regarding that. It's also interesting to see them scramble and say they don't use things that they very clearly do use. So yeah, if you want more information on Daisy, we can do a little bit more digging into that. Actually, you know what? Let's just do a little bit more right now because I do have a thing up here regarding it. It says Daisy AI is a decentralized project being crowdfunded by the Daisytron smart contract. Contributors to the crowdfunding are funding the development of the next generation of endotech trading, which is predicted to enhance endotech performance by up to 4 times. The endotech AI trading system primarily uses a breakout strategy, as the high-frequency trading is rarely profitable in the cryptocurrency markets because of the high fees. Automated endotech crypto trading is very appealing, as traditionally 95% of traders never succeed. This is not an official endotech website. I did not double check those numbers. I don't know if they're accurate, but if they are, that's pretty steep, right? One of the benefits of endotech Daisy AI is that we can access endotech trading bots for as little as 100 by pooling our funds through endotech Daisy fund crowdfunding. Otherwise, you would need to be an accredited investor with $1 million capital and $125,000 annual fee. The Daisy Endotech crowdfunding project is their path to becoming a public company with a target of 500 million assets under management in the Endotech Daisy Fund. We receive Endotech stock with our crowdfunding contribution, and AI companies like Endotech FinTech have a high valuation, so an appreciation in share value is highly profitable. And here's that same thing, but you'll notice this is the stuff that's crazy, and apparently people are making money utilizing this system here. So there's that. But how long is this going to last, right? How long are they going to be allowing people to do this before they start getting busted on it? Yeah. And one thing I found hilarious is, if I continue to read this here, and this is even true, you can look at her LinkedIn and everything else. This is Dr. Anna. She's the one, Dr. Anna Becker. She's the one that kind of created this. She's the one that does all the interviews. She used to work, right? So it says Endotech company was established in 2012 by a co-founder, Dr. Anna Becker, Endotech CEO, and it's gradually establishing itself as a market leader in machine learning and artificial intelligence-driven crypto trading. Dr. Anna Becker, Endotech CEO, has a PhD in artificial intelligence from the Technion Institute. Her team have 20 proprietary AI trading systems in operation, which is crazy to think about it. Dr. Anna Becker has founded and sold several fintech companies, has worked with more than 300 brokers, and has served as a compliance officer for regulators like the NFA and the CFTC. So she's worked on the board. So you can assume that you can assume, but it's not always a safe guarantee, that everything with this is above board and in line with regulation. It's the people that, like iGenius, that set it up and use it incorrectly that get in trouble. And this is her at Dubai talking about her breakthrough financial. This is all the stuff here. So yeah, that is a little bit of what's going on with iGenius right now. This stuff is crazy, right? Companies like iGenius, like I said before, their whole purpose with this whole thing is to sack you financially. They're gonna flatline you, right? Don't let them do it. Don't let them flatline you. So, yeah. All right, guys, have a good one.
Snatch back your brain, zombie. Snatch it back and hold it.